Well, it's hard to believe, but our Dear GMA Guru Advice contest is finally down to the final four. We have two of the contestants here. Cooper Boone, Fran Harris. Texas in the house. New York in the house. Sorry you had to come up for this cold weather.
Yeah, it's great, though.
It's part of living in the Northeast. Well, we asked our viewers via Twitter, via Facebook, to send in some questions that we could ask you. These are short questions, so we're now going to come down to the crunch and get started here. I want to start with you, Cooper. And the first question comes from Shelly Abrams on Facebook. She asks, when a supervisor at work talks poorly about other employees, what is the best way to confront the individual if you are fearful for your job if you step forward?
Well, that's what HR departments are for. I think that you put yourself in the line of fire. If you go to that person directly, that can be a dangerous, slippery slope with work because she could experience a lot of the fallout from that. So I would go to HR and seek assistance from them. So then you're partnering with someone around the problem.
So you circumvent direct contact by going
in this case, absolutely, yeah.
Okay, Fran, we'll talk to you. Our second question is also workplace related.
Right.
Donna from New Jersey writes in and asks, I have a coworker whose table manners are disgusting. She talks with her mouth full of food, spits, puts her hand in other people's food, this is disgusting, picks her teeth, and belches during our lunch.
Aha!
And this is not from somebody here at GMA. We do not want to hurt her feelings as she is a loose cannon and may go off, but it is getting worse. Please advise the best way to deal with her.
And I got this question because what? I'm just asking. I'm just saying.
Sloppy eaters in Texas.
Let's get Fran all the really disgusting questions. Well, the first thing I would say is, tell someone I need a little less of that, and a little more of this. I mean, I think the one thing you have to say to people is, make them aware. She may not be aware. A lot of people think, how can you not be aware that we see the food in your mouth and those kinds of things? But I will pull her to the side and just say, hey, I don't know that you're aware of this, but when we're having breakfast or dinner or whatever we're having, it's really distracting to see everything that's happening with your meal at the time. And, she may appreciate it. If she goes off, at least you've taken a step to make the situation a little bit better.
So maybe not talk down to her, but come to her as a friend, advising her.
Absolutely, yes.
Okay. Okay, so that wasn't so bad. Cooper, let's turn to you now. Our next question is from Robert Hill via Facebook. He asks, how can I try to build my savings when I live paycheck to paycheck? Unfortunately, a lot of Americans are experiencing this as well.
Definitely. Building savings is slow, and even if you have a small paycheck, you can always put something aside. Susie Orman is a great advice guru for that. And there are a lot of free services to help you out with that through the government. It's an amazing resource on the internet, the amount of help that's out there if he's struggling with that just on his own. But I always say start small and build your way up. Small steps leading to big accomplishments.
Okay, nice sound. Fran, Lisa in Colorado asks, what do you do when your child wants to pursue a dream that you just can't afford? For example, like riding horses.
Wow, this is a great opportunity for you to ask your child to invest in their own dream. A lot of parents try to finance their kids' dreams and aspirations, and this is an opportunity to teach him or her entrepreneurship. And if you really want to do something, to invest it in yourself. So maybe he gets a side job, or they deliver papers, or they blog about their interest online. There are lots of ways for kids to make money, but I don't think this is an opportunity for the family to take on that additional financial burden.
And they shouldn't necessarily feel guilty
Absolutely.
if they can't afford to. Okay, Cooper, this question comes from Twitter. From where do you draw your inspiration?
Oh my God, from so many sources. Certainly from my history and my family. I had an amazing grandmother who inspired me and believed in me. And also just my daily conversations of working with people. I've been doing this for 15 years, working with people with problems. And I always say, in addition to advising, I'm also learning and becoming a better man in every one of those conversations. So it's both history and current. I mean, as long as you're open to seeing inspiration, it's there.
And you're still evolving.
Oh, absolutely. There's no end point to being a good human, right?
That's right. That's right. Okay, Fran, Helen asks on Facebook, what is the best advice you have ever received?
Wow, the best advice I ever got was actually from a TV producer who said, when you go on the air, just be yourself. The absolute best advice I ever got. Don't try to be anybody else. Don't try to emulate anybody. The best you is going to be the person we see when we're hanging out at the pool, when we're in production meetings. Just go on the air and be yourself.
Well, it's clear because those
That's
are
good advice.
Those qualities that both of you share, which obviously helped us in narrowing down who our top gurus would be. Because you want to get advice from somebody who keeps it real, right? Okay, I guess that's it. We're out of time. This was so fast. blast. Wow.
This is fun.
This is a lot of fun. I'm thinking, that maybe you can go into business and partnership together.
There we go.
We're going to do a CD together.
Yeah.
We're going to do a CD together.
Absolutely.
A country rap
There
CD.
you go.
A duo guru. That's what we can find here. Well, thank you. It's been
Thank you,
wonderful.
Bianca.
Great advice
Great
from both
being
of you.
here.
Good to see you.
Well, it's clear when you're having fun and getting sound advice, the time just flies by. This is all the time we have with Cooper Boone and Fran Harris, but we do want to hear from you. Continue sending us your questions via Twitter, Facebook, and abcnews.com/GMA, and weigh in on what you think about their answers today.